wise man once said, to forget how to dig the soil, tend the earth, is to forget ourselves. Well, maybe some have, but a few of us still know. You gotta be willing to put in the time, make the sacrifices, and the hard choices. The job's got its perks, don't get me wrong. The sweet smell of the morning dew, the way the warm sun and the cool breeze can dance across your skin. But don't think it's a game. The farm's got a way of sorting the wheat from the chaff. Just remember to keep your wits about you. You fall, you get back up again. Because this is more than just a job. It's a calling. Who else would choose to wake up early in the morning, tear up their hands working in the fields all day, and then spend the evening planning how they're going to do it all over again, better, tomorrow? Day after day. Season after season. Year after year. That's a calling that's never ending. It stretches far forward and back from us as long as farmers have been tending this earth. And farmers will be around as long as such a thing exists. Tomorrow is secured by those willing to dirty their hands today. So when you feel alone out there in the field, just remember, you're not. Think about all those that have come before you. And all those that'll follow. Plant today. Harvest tomorrow.
Hi, this is Kevin with KGM JAM, owner of ProAdvertisersClub, a totally free site to advertise. Go to ProAdvertisersClub.com, join for free today, and start advertising for free. Also, if you get a chance, go to eBay, type in KGM JAM, check out my eBay store. Please like, follow, subscribe. Not you for being here. I appreciate it. Watching me play Farming Simulator 22. All right, let's see. I did not a single downloadable content except for the government subsidy. That's the only thing I've got loaded right now. So I'm on game 1. Game 3 is for me to mess around on, and this is the one I videotaped. So now, if you see, there's no blue mark in that box. If you select it, which is, let's see, select right there. So now you got the blue check in it. That means it's operational. At any time, you can deselect that and take it out of the game or put it into the game or vice versa. And then it's got to load. I really messed up on the crops. I've got it on 1 day is 1 month. And I think I waited too long to plant it because I was messing around buying equipment and stuff like that. So anyway, all the crops died. And we're coming into winter. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as this gets loaded, I'm going to go to the shop because I got plenty of money. And I'm going to do a little bit different. I showed you the high-end stuff. Now I'm going to get the low-end stuff because I got really small fields just starting out. And we're going to cultivate. We're going to probably do the lime, do the rolling, do all that stuff just so you see how it's done. You can turn that on and off in the game so you don't have to do that. You always got to cultivate though. You always got to plant, and you don't have to fertilizer, but it doubles the crop output. So there's really no reason, unless you don't have the money, not to put fertilizer down. And trust me, if now I've got it on easy mode, I've got the government subsidies just so I can go buy whatever I want. But if you play the game on standard, you start off with maybe 100,000. I think you can borrow some money. Hard, it gets even worse as far as finances, and you just got to grind to build up that income, which like a true farmer has to do if they're starting out, right? Especially if you ain't no corporation with a lot of money. So basically, that's what you get is a small farm, and we'll take a look at it here as soon as this gets done loading at any second here. Okay, let's see what time of day it is. Oh, I got it on speed quick, so let's get in here and turn that off. See how I had it on 360 times? So let's put it on real time, okay? And then let's see what part of the month we're on. Here's the calendar, okay? If it's green, you can plant it. If it's orange, you can harvest it if it's ready to go. And if you get beyond that, it dies, all right? So if you look, we're under December. That blue line, the whole day is December. The next day will be January. Let's see what the weather's supposed to be like. Let's see. Just cloudy and cold. No snow as of yet. So anyway, here's my crops. I didn't get to them in time. So I don't know how it's still alive. And according to that, it is. Okay, so here's the soil composition. And if you look right here, 45, 46, 44, 45, and 46 is what I own. And it needs rolling. But according to this, it's still growing. So let's see what I got the settings. I might have the settings where it can't die. Okay, traffic, seasons, yes, 1 day per month. Crop destruction is on. And that's when I drive on them, I can kill them. I turned off the periodic plowing. Every third crop they want you to plow, I think. Field stones I got off. You got to remove field stones you uncover while you're plowing. They damage the equipment. I got lime off and the weeds off. I got the dirt slow. So I don't know why that's showing it's still growing in December. This should be dead. So let's do this. Let's go back and go to sleep. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. That's going to put us till tomorrow morning. And that'd be another month. And let's see if the crops die. Or if it lets me harvest it. Okay, here we are in January. And it's still looking like it's growing. Yeah, these should be dead. Okay, yeah, something's wrong. It's not, there's no way I'm going to be able to harvest this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and cultivate it. So let's go to the store. And go down here to cultivators. Actually, let's... Okay, that's the roller. I'm going to need to get one of these. I'm just going to get a small one. Get those big old tires. And let's buy it. Alright, now let's go find a cultivator, which is right here. See, there's the plowers. Then you got a mulch. I mean, there's the stone pickers. We'll get into that later. I'm going to keep it. I just want to see if I can get the crops to grow first. Okay, so let's get this one right here. And all you do is drag that behind you, and excuse me, you think it would do what a plower does, but it doesn't. It's a very shallow. And I guess I just buy it. There's nothing else to do to it. Okay. Here's my tank. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do AI now. And we'll do that right here. Okay, so all you do is you take this and put it down where you want to take it to, which will be right here. This is the store. And then you're going to push R3. Oh, hold on. First, you got to hit the triangle, the green triangle. Then you hit R3. And that should go down there by itself. And I'll drive this one down. Now, here, see how it's blocked by an object? You got to keep an eye on that. He's charging me now. Let me move this guy. Hopefully he doesn't, yes, it will keep it off the crops for you and everything. And then I'll drive this one. And then we'll come get these fields ready for April. That's what we're going to do. Zoom in and out if you want. Rotate around. I got traffic on, which it's not as heavy as the last, 2019 was heavy. I don't know, it's because of the time of the morning. And as you buy stuff, it will pile up here. That's seeds and fertilizer. So here's my roller. I'll leave that for the big one. And here he comes. I dismissed him. And I like to back out and back up. It makes it a lot easier for me. They've got mirrors inside you can try to use, but I guess I was in his way. now I'll have them go back. Alright, I just messed up and messed up the pile, which is not a big deal. They'll disappear as I fill them up. Okay, so now you just move the cursor back to where you want them to go, which will be right here. You hit the green triangle, and then it says pick a target location. I just push R3 twice. And then you come out and he will go back. And you can hire multiple people to, I could have both of these go back, even though I get charged for it. Wow, dude, you're fired. Almost caused an accident there. So I can see him in my rear view mirrors right there, if you see. Alright, so what I'm going to do is hook this up first. We'll try to get this done before the snow comes. Now you can set the month for 30 days, 5 days, 10 days, whatever you want. Now this is also going to destroy my crop. Get rid of it. I just hired the worker, and that's all it does. It just goes back and forth and clean, plows. It kind of tips everything over, and then you're ready to plant after that. You got to keep an eye on that AI. Sometimes, this was the first time they came out with it, back in 2021. So, in October 2025, Farming Simulator will be coming out for the PlayStation 5. It'll probably take me a couple of years to get into it after that, but I'm excited to see how good of an AI they got. Let me get him out of the way here. Now, in real life, you cannot drive a tread. You can, but it just tears the road up. Usually, the reason they have a tread is because how heavy they are. So there's my truck get up right there where I can actually haul 2 different kind of crops. It's also the biggest setup you can get in the game. See this one right here? This baby right here does what that red machine behind that tractor is doing right now. Not this one. Where's it at? Right here. It does all 3. It will cultivate from right here, and while it's cultivating, it will plant, and then it will also fertilize. It does all 3 at once, and that's why I bought it. And I bought the smaller one because of my small field. And I've got the big one, which when I buy a big field is over. I think I put it over here in this property. Yeah, there it is. This baby is huge. It's the biggest one you can buy, but it does all 3. I think it was like $300,000. And then that picks up the chaff or grass even, and then this makes bales. Actually, I got one in there, it looks like. So that picks up the chaff, turns it into a bale, and dumps it out the back, and then you can pick it up with the bale picker upper, and you can sell it or give it to your cows. So I got a little bit ahead of myself on that. I just wanted to show you what it was like. Okay, let's see how far this guy's going. So if you get a bigger one, of course, it does it faster. And like this would be very time consuming, and you'd have to pay the worker a lot of money on a big piece of property. And when you want to talk about big, look at these. They're like 10 times the size of that one. This one, I don't know what the biggest one, this one right here looks like the biggest one. But you can buy all these eventually, and then with these little roads in between them, you can keep them separated, or you can get a plow machine and plow and connect and make this just one huge field. And that's where 1 day per month might not work, because it might take you a couple days to to do that. So then you want to turn it to 2 days or whatever. I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning right now. You can see that up on the right hand side on the top there. It's 8:12. So we got plenty of time to do what we're going to do. I got 3 properties. We're going to clean them all up, get them rolled, and then wait for, I guess it's April. No, March. Or actually, I can do sugar cane or cotton. I could do cotton in February, which starts in a month. But we're going to skip that right now. Let's see what other... Yeah, I got to stay away from that. So pretty much everything you can plant in March. So what I'm going to do is let's plant... I've never done grapes or olives. I have never done grapes or olives, so I will try that out eventually. Let's start with sorghum. I don't know what that is. Okay, oat. Yeah, let's go with oat. Man, wheat you can't plant till August? All right, we're going to go with oat. That's what we're going to plant. Actually, let's do 3 different ones. We'll do oat. Pretty much that's the only one. Because corn, I could do corn, but then you got to buy a different header. The header on this baby only does 5 or 6 crops, and you got to get a special header for the corn, which I can go get one. It's not a big deal. So maybe what we'll do is we'll do corn. No, because that's not till April. You know what? We're going to do all oat just to start off, and just to see if we can get anything. In fact, we're just going to do 1 crop. Let's just see if we can get something to grow. Let's go get him started. Now, because I'm not going to keep this crop, I can drive over it. I can have both these guys working at the same time, or I can do it. It's unfolded. See how much wider that is? Oh, that's a lot wider. I didn't realize it was that big. And that's the small one. He's done, so let's go ahead and get this guy going. So this is almost like a form of cultivating, but it's not. It helps you with your crop, and you have to do it in the game. There he is finishing up on it. Now the game won't let you mess up the side here unless you have a plow. If you've got a plow, I think you can turn that on and off. But plow it. You can rip all that up and expand your property all the way out to the road. make make it bigger. We'll try that. I'll show you how to do that in a second. All right, let's get him out of the way. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just have him do this. Let me go do the other one. Mess with that. Now you can see the difference in the texture, so you know that has been done. And then also, if you go to the map, okay, there's the growth, and you got to give it a second to load. Okay, see how that's showing? Now it's showing the blue, which is cultivated. And then it's also showing, is that seed bed? Is that what rolling does? No. It's, oh, that's fertilized. Saying seed bed. I don't know what that means. Or stubble tillage. I don't know. Let's get out. We'll walk on the farm. Okay, it's allowing me to keep the fertilization because it didn't use it. Well, actually, it's at 50%, so that's all right. When we plant with that planter, with the seeder, it will go ahead and fertilize the whole thing. Now see, that's overkill. It just needs that little area right there. Let's try something. Let's see what happens. See, now here on the bottom there it says needs rolling. Let's do it before we cultivate and see what happens. Now I've got plenty of horsepower. You've got to pay attention to your horsepower or you buy equipment that you can't pull. You won't pull it through the dirt. Well, I got to get over a little bit more. Okay, that should do it. Okay, it won't let me, on the right side there in the top underneath that says AI worker F has stopped work unexpectedly to no field to roll. It won't let me do it until, so let's fold this up and go over there and wait for me to know that. See how far he's got to go. He's almost done. Now, if you're starting out, you don't have much money, you can do this yourself. will save you a good amount of money, because if you look up there, it's eating $1 per minute or per second, and that can add up. Oh, there's my weight. I don't know if this guy needs a weight. No, he's already got a built-in one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this back to the shop at a loss, because the longer you own something, okay. Now here's the used vehicle section. You can buy, if you keep an eye open, you get a really good deal. Like this one's 60% off. So that's something else to keep an eye on if you're worried about money. Okay, here's all my owned items. So all you do is you highlight the one that's owned. And I got the weights here. And which one is on the... I don't know which one's on the machine. And I don't know how you tell. I bet you this one is, because down there you see the hourglass. It says 1 hour. Well, no, that's the new one. So let me sell this one. And, yeah, no. Of course, I messed it up because there's 50% chance. So let's go, and it's also blocking my tracking. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go pick it up and just put it on this one. Now you got to be on the right side, and I imagine it's this side. There we go. It's all, I got one more strip to do. I'm going to go ahead and do it instead of having the AI do it. Lower the weight. Nope, don't need to lower that. So what I got to do here, you see where it says select next tool with the triangle? You got to make sure you got that highlighted so you can use it. And now I just drive. That up. Well, that's a bumpy ride. Now I'm going to go put him on the other one and then bring the roller over. See what I mean about being further back? It makes it a lot easier. Okay. almost too big. Oh wow, you got it right on the edge. Okay, cool. All right, so that's that. He's doing that. Sometimes too, they're like, you see how that little patch he didn't do? You have to come back and do it yourself. It's not that big of a deal. That little bit of area is not that much money. Let's go check on my government subsidy. I should have it right here. It's not. So the way you find it is you go to construction. And then you go to production. And then you drop down to tools. Actually, no. Let's go to, there we go. And you go to generators, and then it's the very last one. Now, this one right here, the government subsidy, it gives me $8,400,000 a month, or you can do $8,000 for them a month. Keeps it a little bit more realistic, but it still gives you some money. But I'm going to do the big O, the federal government one. And then I'm just going to stick it. Go. And just having that little sign will give you the money. Let's see how he's doing over here. About halfway done. And this guy is done. Now once he's done, they stop charging. Even though it's running and it looks like he's still sitting in there. Fold this baby up and get over for the next piece of property. This is the one though at the end of the opening credits that they're driving, and I just had to have it. It's so cool. So you want to get used to not driving on the property, because now you can turn off crop destruction. You can drive over it all you want. It won't damage it. That's taking a little bit longer than I thought. So what we're going to do then is get this one done, and then we'll go to, I don't want to go to sleep because I want to start at midnight to start planting the crop. Yes, you can work at night. These all come with lights on them, floodlights and stuff like that. I should have got the bigger one. This truck right here though, what's nice of having the double trailers is you can carry two different crops, and or you can carry the same, but carry a lot. This is the biggest one you can get in the game. besides this one. Oh, I've got something in there. I've got weed in there. Here's a way to unload it. I could go put it in the truck, but right here is your silos. And I'm just going to dump it right in there and store it. That will empty it out. You cannot mix crops in the same machine. It's got to be one or the other. But anyway, so right here is where you store all your grain that you own. And what you can do then is, if the prices aren't very good, you can wait till the prices get better and then sell it. And this will hold every single crop. Well, not every. I think potatoes it doesn't. There's some crops you can't put in here, but most of them you can. So let's go look at what we got in our silos. Okay, right here. Wheat. I just put 4,583 liters or whatever it's called in there. And then on the right-hand side is the prices. And you see those red arrows? The prices are dropping. So I don't want to sell it now. Even though those might be good prices. I'm not familiar yet with the prices. But what you can do then is wait for a crunch moment where there's a shortage of wheat and the price will jump up to like $3,000 and then you go sell it. So you got to keep an eye on that. And you can set up notifications if that happens. You get a notification saying Goldcrest Valley is paying $3,000 for wheat, type of thing. And then here's all your different oh boy, we got a lot of stuff to learn. Look at all this shit. I guess I can make my own diesel. Road salt, which you need for winter. Okay, this is all new stuff that I haven't. Okay, let's show price fluctuations. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's go back to wheat. And there you go. You want to sell wheat in January. That's the highest price. So I just missed it. Or I could go sell it right now, but I don't need the money. But that's the you see where it says January? That's where it's still going up. So you always want to plan on selling your wheat in January if you can hold out that long. And then it will plummet in February, which is what it's doing right now. He is done. So let's get this guy going. Should knock this out real quick. And then we'll speed the game up. I've got too many toys. Now, when you need water, you come here, which you will need for your crops, and this will fill up a water tank that you're towing behind you. and then you can go fill up their troughs, you can go fill up the other stuff, and slurries and stuff like that. Yeah, a couple more passes and he'll be done. So let's go see what it's showing now on the map. Okay, for growth, it's showing nothing. That's stubble tillage. I got to find out what that means. But it's also showing it fertilized, that's cool. And it doesn't need rolling, otherwise that's what it'd be showing. He's going to have to do one more pass to get that hole filled. You know what? That is bothering me. I got to go do it. Oh no, maybe that's the end of my property. It's like that. Okay, never mind. Now when you hit stuff, it does damage your stuff. It'll knock off a few dollars. So midnight is payday. At midnight, all your expenses for taxes, property maintenance, all that stuff comes out of your pay. But also that's when you get paid too, anything that's got to be settled. So we're ready to do this. So let's go. Let's fold that up. And let's basically get ready for winter. It is winter now, but I think we're going to get a snowstorm in February. So right now we'll just go to sleep. Or actually, we'll watch the storm come in. I'll put it at 360. Let me turn all these off. If you don't, it buys it automatically. Okay, that's the fastest time you can do 350. Now the 529 wage payment, that was what I paid the workers to do that work. %, fertilized, 100% fertilized, okay. I don't know why it's going back and forth on that. see all the trees, they've lost their leaves. They just ended the winter back in, I think it was 2019, the last one too, which was the one before this one. They do it like every 3 or 4 years they come out with one. COVID put this one back from, they're supposed to come out with a 2024, but they put this one back to 2025. Okay, it gets dark earlier because it's winter time. I just got a trophy, which will go in to my PlayStation account. Here comes the snow, so what I might do is go purchase some. That's probably what the next episode is going to be about, because we're almost out of time. And this video will just end, and I just pick up right where we left off. So you're not missing anything. Okay, so that's what happened at midnight. 333 in the loan interest, 127 property maintenance. I got 5,600,000 property income. That's from the government subsidy and production costs. So usually you don't get any money at midnight if you don't have something like that going on, and you lose all that money. And that's where the grind can really take off. So we'll let it go till about 8 o'clock in the morning. Remember, this is covering a whole month, so it's gonna fill up quick. It's just a light dust cropping. It ain't really snowing that bad. The roads aren't getting covered. There's a little bit of ice on the roads. When it snows real bad, it will cover up everything. All you'll see is snow. It stopped snowing and it melted. So it wasn't a bad snow at all. There's no need to even drive around. And I won't need to get any snow equipment. Well, hold on, now what's happening? Now there's snow on the ground. Alright, so they've got the roads cleared. It's because I got it on that speed time. That's why it acted like that. So we'll just let that melt. But here's going to be the problem. Will it let me plant in March if there's snow on the ground? So if you've got a 1-day month, that means every hour, every 2 hours, no, 30 days into 24 hours. So basically 1 hour is 1 day. So let's see what happens when it gets to midnight. Okay, so let's go in here. We're on real time. But I can't, you obviously cannot plant in that. Or can we? All right, it's saying right now in March I can plant oats. So let's try it. My turn. Okay, let's turn the lights on. See that? You got floodlights. And the snow melted. Awesome. Okay. But you also up there, if you look, it's saying we're going to have more snow. But I think I can go ahead and plant. Let's see what happens. It's 1 o'clock in the morning right now. This, I don't think they're out there. Well, if they have to, if they're on a time thing, they will be out there that early in the morning. I got to move this guy real quick. Put him back in the garage. Get him out of the way. Fold it and see if I got it in the right thing. Get it over just a little bit more. And hire AI. Okay, wrong season for this work. Oh, I got the wrong, okay, hold on. I got to change the seed. Now we'll plant it. Okay, we can plant. Now it's cultivating, even though it's already done. It's seeding and it's fertilizing all at the same time. What we're going to do now, it's going to run out here, and I'll just start the next episode. We'll finish up on this. If you get a chance, go check out ProAdvertisersClub. Check out my eBay store. Appreciate you being here. I know your time's important. And of course, please like, subscribe, follow.